Hey guys, long time no see. It's been a minute since my last video. And I think my last video was like 9 months ago when I was in my internal medicine sub-I. And a lot of things have changed. So I wanted to take this video to kind of update you guys what to expect going forward and basically what I've been up to. So as a refresher, I was a fourth year medical student in my last video. Preparing for residency applications and whatnot. And residency application cycle starts around September, I think. Yeah, September, August, and interviews start rolling around in October, November, December, and then last round of interviews around February. The all-important match day is in March. And if you're curious about what specialty I matched into, I will definitely do a separate video on which specialty I matched into because I figured I can talk about it a little bit more and then explain why I went into it, what really drew me to it. So keep an eye out for a separate video on that. But as for the programs I applied to, I applied pretty narrowly. I wanted to live at a place where A, I'd get good training, but also B, where I'd be happy living in. So that really narrowed down a lot of the cities and the geography that I wanted to be in. So basically it came down to West Coast or East Coast, and not much in between. So the mindset I had going into my interviews is that if I got an interview, I'd be at least okay and have a good chance of at least, matching there maybe. And I personally thought that I had pretty interesting things on my application that people will be interested in finding out about. So I figured if I got an interview, there'd be plenty of stuff to talk about, and then, hopefully raise my chances of going into that program. And what I've learned so far is that the vibe of these interviews vary by specialty. And my specialty is pretty well known for being really chill, conversational, and laid back, and not as uptight as something like, general surgery or any of the surgical subspecialties. So the nice part about these interviews was that it was conducted through Zoom, and I was able to use my nice YouTube and Twitch setup to really have a high quality, video stream for my Zoom interviews. And I'm not sure if it helped. I'm sure it made me stand out, but it also might have made me look like a fucking tryhard. So November, December, January was all interviews. December, I had 3 interviews every week of that whole month. And it was so draining going back to back to back every week. I know I shouldn't complain because interviews are hard to come by, especially once interviews started going on Zoom, but it really takes a toll on you just smiling like this in front of a camera and saying the same shit over and over again. So if you're not familiar with the match process, I recommend watching this video on how the match works. It's pretty informative, and I even had to review it during the process to make sure I knew what was going on. And it was very helpful to explain to my family and friends that I do not really have a choice on where I end up. I can put my preferences, but I ultimately don't have a choice. And then the almighty algorithm spits out where I'm gonna spend my next, half decade. So coming to terms with that was pretty tough. That I've worked this hard all my life to get to this point, and then all that's left is for some algorithm to put me up against my peers and then tells you where you're gonna be. I really tried to make my rank list based on my preferences. It went through a lot of changes throughout the whole, interview cycle. Things got bumped up, things got bumped down. And then once I finished everything, I really tried to make the list based on where I'd be happy. I was really lucky to interview at some really prestigious places, but part of me really knew that I would not be happy living in that city or living in that kind of environment. And I wanted to be near home, which is California, and I wanted to be near my family, but still be able to get good training. It was really hard putting those big names, big prestigious institutions near the bottom of my list because, part of me is like,
oh my God, this place interviewed me, this place kind of wants me, I think.
And, if I go here, the name value. But then a part of me really knew deep down that I wouldn't be happy, and that, having that, program name on my jacket or my scrubs wouldn't really bring me happiness. It'd just be very temporary. So I really had to think about where I would be happy and try to prioritize that in my rank list. And on March 18th at 12 p.m., we learned where we matched. And that was the end of the whole residency application saga. Like I said before, I'll definitely do another video on the specialty I chose and why I chose it. So keep an eye out for that. What else is there? I guess there's graduation, which was in late May. Graduation's whatever. I wear my cap and gown. I feel like graduation is mostly for my parents. It's really showing them the fruit of their hard work and their support for me. I was tired because I flew a red eye from Vegas on the day of my graduation. I landed at New York in like 5 a.m. and then my graduation was at 2, so I was pretty tired, but it was nice to see all my classmates graduate. So yeah, that is what I've been up to for the past couple months. So I moved to the city in end of May, and I've been spending the last couple weeks just getting situated and getting ready, just trying to get settled into this new city that I've never lived in before. So that's been a process, and I've been having orientation for the past week and meeting all these new people, my co-interns, people from different programs, and all these other people. It's been draining, but also pretty interesting, meeting new people and meeting new coworkers. It's, I think, always an exciting time, although stressful, I think. So what is next for me? I start my first day of work on July 1st. Pretty terrifying. We'll see how that goes because I literally forgot about everything. So it might take some time for me to remember a lot of medicine. But yeah, it's pretty scary. But I guess this is what I've been working towards, right? Past X amount of years trying to become a doctor. So this is where it starts, I guess. So like 70 terrified, 30 excited. As for this channel, I feel like I've been pretty bad about making videos. Very sporadic. I make like 2 videos a month and then like not make anything for like 9 months. So I think the issue was for me, I started worrying too much about numbers and subscribers and views and whatever. But I kind of forgot about why I started doing this, which was I love editing videos. I just really like prospect of filming stuff and then editing, and I just love that process. So that's why I really started, and I really want to get back into it and really just make videos that I like and things that I enjoy doing. In the end, this is a creative outlet for me, a way for me to de-stress. So I really want to go back to that roots. And whether it's vlogs or whatever videos I make, I really want to make videos that I like, enjoy making, and not worry too much about the numbers or subscribers. So that is my update video for you guys. Hope you guys have been doing well for the past year. So thanks for listening. Thanks for sticking around for all this time, despite the very rare, once in a blue moon content I put out. But if you're still here, thanks for sticking around, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.